Hello and welcome to the first driving video of the E34. I'm currently sitting behind the tractor, which is perfect to talk since this old car makes so many noises. I constantly think something is broken. But yeah, this almost 30-year-old car has just started seeing the roads again for the first time in over 6 months. And surprisingly, it feels really smooth. Every bump in the road is completely absorbed by the huge sidewalls in the tires and the very forgiving shocks since they are very used. A thing I've also underestimated is just how slow this car really is. If I recall correctly, the E34s weigh about 1,800 kilograms, and combining that with the non-intercooled M51 at a merely 115 horsepower is just very underpowered. It is really slow and yeah, it is just really slow. When I now give it the beans, it is just very slow. It doesn't feel good driving it high, and it's just very not agile, especially when you're used to an E46 with up to almost 200 horsepower. This just really ain't cutting it. A thing I've also noticed is that the gearbox is geared really low. So when I'm now sitting at 50 kph, the car sits at 1,600 revolutions and I'm in third gear. When I'm in fourth gear, the revs drop too low to 1,100, and in third it's just a lot happier than in fourth. Forget driving in fifth, that's just way too low. But yeah, it is really weird driving this car since I'm used to cars that are geared a little higher, and therefore you're usually 1 or 2 gears up from what this car is. Another thing that is immediately obvious is that this is an old luxury sedan, and therefore it must handle like a boat. Honestly, it's not that bad, but once you do it fast, it gets horrible. The whole thing is just all over the road. I have new dampers for it, but I don't think that's gonna make it better, because that's just how the cars were meant to handle. And the weight of it, the 1,800 kilograms, are not helping much either. So this remains a bit wiggly. I think the only way to permanently fix it or to make it a bit more sporty is to install coilovers and just drastically change all the bushings to polyurethane, because otherwise this will just stay the boat that it is. And exactly this comforty ride is the reason why I have decided to definitely sell the car, because this is not what I was looking for. I was looking for some more or less nimble sedan that was kind of luxurious and kind of sporty at the same time, and I just think the E34 is not really the chassis for that. Furthermore, even though this car has been heavily neglected for all of its life, it was still, from a modification perspective here, untouched, and I just want to leave it like that. So I'll just let somebody that actually is looking for this comforty part of the car enjoy it, and not let it get ruined by me lowering it and modifying the suspension to be more sporty. After this small cinematic montage that I did, I decided to share the test results. And by test results, I mean, what did the technical inspection say? Well, they gave me 2 papers because all the faults that they found didn't really fit on one side. So, when I got the car 3 or 4 months ago, I immediately had to redo all of the engine and then had a lot of issues with the engine. And after I finished the engine, I noticed that the brakes were stuck, so I went in for a full brake rebuild. That didn't really leave me with a lot of time to address the suspension and all the other parts of the car, so I kinda expected a similar result. However, this is really bad. Off camera, I also repaired some lights, and unfortunately, there's like a short in one of the lights, so when I went to the technical inspection, it wiggled and then the light was no longer working, so yeah, that's already a not passed. But yeah, there's many things we need to address on this car. And I'm just gonna start with the minor things, because in my country it's always listed in minor, major, and then critical. And when you have critical things, you're not allowed to drive the car anymore. And when you fail with a critical thing, you're not even allowed to drive back home, so you have to tow the car back home. Fortunately, we got no critical things listed. I have to redo the brakes because the non-standard brake fittings were leaky. Don't buy these cheap tools of Amazon, get some proper ones. At the front, the lights are also broken because the adjuster screw let go and the light is just wiggling around and it can't really be set, so I failed that, and as a cause of that the alignment wasn't really good, so we failed because of that as well. The exhaust is leaky, so the back box needs to either be welded or we have to renew the whole back box, because the back box has already been welded like 2 or 3 times, which I saw because of these small rust patches. Yeah, I just bought a new back box. I have to repair all of these points within 1 month, because if it takes longer than 1 month, they can recheck the whole car and they can quote me for other things that they didn't really see the first time. So we have to hurry up. The parts are already ordered and they should be coming in sometime next week, probably on Monday. This video is gonna air on the Friday, so tomorrow. The next video is really gonna be a big one. We're gonna change all the dampers, all the damper mounts, all the control arms in the front, and the coupling rods and the steering rods as well. And at the rear we're gonna change the dog bones, because the rest of the bushings in the rear is hopefully still fine, or they didn't say anything, so I guess they're still fine, because I don't really want to drop the subframe. So I hope I pass the second inspection, and if I fail that, well, then I have to drop the subframe. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe to my channel, that would really mean a lot to me. I'm trying to improve my content a lot because I want to bring the joy of old broken BMWs to everyone. And yeah, thanks and bye.